The principal commodity in which a university deals is knowledge. Its acquisition through learning, its transmission through teaching, its conservation and management through libraries, archives, data banks, and other depositories, its dissemination through publication, and its expansion through research. In the case of the humanities, the knowledge that is sought and discovered, that is recorded and stored, that is conserved and expanded, that is published and disseminated and otherwise transmitted, is knowledge about man, or in case I may be suspected of being sexist, about men and women, about humanity. What about men and women, you may ask, to which I would reply, just about everything. How did they come into existence and why? How have they evolved into the creatures of which we are modern-day representatives? What is their future destiny? What are they in physiological terms, in psychological terms, in spiritual terms, in emotional terms? How and why and where and when have they divided themselves into races and clans and families and groups and societies and organizations and cultures? How have they interacted with their physical environments? How have they interacted with each other? How do they think? How do they feel? How do they act? How do they react? The list of questions could go on to cover the entire field of the known, the as yet unknown but knowable, and into the esoteric realms of the possibly unknowable. As you will have seen from this very, very brief catalogue of possible questions, the field is enormous in its scope and in its depth. It commands the interest of a broad array of scholarship, of disciplines and subdisciplines and subjects, spanning the entire spectrum of the alphabet from anthropology to xenophobia. I should add that I didn't make that juxtaposition deliberately. It just happened that there were no other words beginning with Zan that suited. It encompasses the entire range of studies that we categorize as humanities and social sciences. For the latter separate themselves from the former only in respect of methodology and not in respect of the fundamental objective of both, which is to comprehend humanity in all its multitudinous diversity of being and becoming, of living and dying, of warring and peacemaking, of progress and decline, of lawmaking and of anarchism, of spiritual aspiration and destructive nihilism, of loving and hating, of beauty and ugliness, of hope and despair. And since I have introduced through the back door, as it were, the subject of methodology, I might say just a word or two about the manner in which we proceed to the accumulation